good season, bad off season? How do you look at the off season? I mean, how do you rank it?
I don't know if I rank off seasons that much. I mean, we were sort of disappointed with how things finished, but it feels like a long off season. I'll tell you that. But we lost. We lose good people, and that seems to happen every year. But I think what we do is fill it with good people and guys that we believe in, and we think our young guys can step up and fill some spots. It might be a little more collective, and then we might have a little bit of a different looking systems this to start off the season. But you have to move on and keep taking that step forward.
The last few days have been pretty good, or weeks have been pretty good for you. So.
Yeah, it seemed to come down to the last minute to get some of these guys signed and done, but that's part of the business, right? And we're just happy that we got everybody to put pen to paper and we can get started right away, because we don't want to have a slow start to the season. We want to come out of the gates ready to go, and having everybody at camp is part of that.
Just a couple guys I'd like you to maybe talk about is the new transition guy, Cromwell, is that it? Cornwall. Thank you. I keep saying Cromwell. Cornwall, and because I don't know a lot about him, your high draft picks.
Well, start with Jeff Cornwall. I mean, he's a vet. He's been in this league, 8, 9, 10 years probably at this point. Always had a lot of respect for him as a player. When he became available and he was exposed by Saskatchewan in the expansion draft, we decided it was time to make a move and make another jump for him. We tried to get him earlier, and we haven't been able to acquire him. I think he's a sneaky, underrated player in the league. I don't think people realize just how good he is, both defensively and in transition. He's a leader, and just he's one of those good people that you want to have on your team. So I think that's a big acquisition for us.
Draft picks.
Draft picks, we got Luke Van Scheppen in. We've got Jake Gillis. We've got some guys that we had last year, Dylan McIntosh. Those guys. Those are the guys that we draft that in anticipation of people moving on and either retiring or not being able to play because it's a part-time league, and so some of them, for a lot of them, obviously it's their first camp, and we want to see what they can do, and it's part of adding depth to the organization to have those guys.
How much more important is it this year for those young guys to step in?
I think it's very important. I think the doors open every year, but I think there's more than a few doors open this year rather than one or two. I think there's, we're looking at this as in an overall scheme of things, and there's positions open. So let's take the opportunity. And we told them all, be yourselves. Don't try and be anything you're not. Just be yourselves. Show us your game, and we'll let you know how things go. So. I think it's been good so far. I mean, we only had the one session, but they're showing us. I don't think anybody's surprised us at this point. We kind of know what we expected, but they're excited and they feel part of this. It's not like they're on the outside looking in. There's opportunities for guys here at camp.
Well, looking a little bit at, you guys have only had one session, but are you happy with those top guys and how they're kind of stepping up already into that leadership role?
Yeah, absolutely. It actually started when they started arriving at the hotel, to be honest. The vets were sort of going, okay, where's that guy? Where's this guy? And they were sort of taking them under their wings, and we deliberately put the first weekend, we put a rookie with a vet, so they kind of get to know each other and they get to learn the ropes, and I think it works out great.
All right, and then also just looking at the younger guys, I was talking to Kurt about this as well. Do you have any advice kind of for those younger guys coming into camp? I mean, they're nervous, they're a little bit excited. What would you say to them?
Yeah, I think some come in and they're really quiet, and they're you can be deer in the headlights kind of. We don't want them to be deer in the headlights. We want them to be, we want them to be themselves and not to feel nervous. Not just go out, relax, be yourself. We're not expecting you to. Blow the doors off on day one or anything like that. Just, go out, be yourself, and relax. I mean, they've played a lot of lacrosse in their lives to this point, so, don't treat this any differently from when you were playing in a championship game in college or don't go over the top on it. Just be yourself.
They're here for a reason, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. We drafted you for a reason. We think you can play in the league, and, just show us how.